Hey everybody, what's up? Hope you're having a great week. This week I really wanted to talk about online backup. It's one of those things that I think is really important because I know one of my sisters would have lost everything a year or two ago. 6 or 8 months ago, I would have lost everything if I didn't have it. So it's super important and it's really cheap. So if you go to your email, go down. Oh, and if you don't see these headers, these graphics, then check on your kind of the top of your email and just click on display images or always display images, because sometimes I throw some graphics in there and makes it look a little pretty. Alright, so if you'll go down and you click on either the Mozy graphic there or just this link, visit mozy.com. Alright, you click on that and we see their website. So it should open up your browser. I'm using Firefox, so yours may look a little different, but it's kind of the same gist. Alright, and also I'm on a Mac, so the download and the install, it may be a little different, but it's probably going to be about the same. If it's way different, then you can go to support, and they have some pretty good document like how to install type things. But let me know if you have problems. So I'm going to go to the sign up for Mozy. Click on that. Let's see, name. Just fill out all this good stuff. Oh, password must be at least 8 characters. Alright, and I want the Mozy Home Unlimited. I'm just using this for my personal computer, non-commercial use. So continue. Alright, I'm just doing one computer. If you have more than one computer, then go for it. I'm probably, let's see, this is tempting. Yearly, 2-year. I'm not as big of a high roller as most of y'all, so I'm just gonna go 1 year. I'm gonna say friend or family member. Promotional code. We're gonna try that Bo10 off code. I'm not sure if he's set it up yet, but anyway, that should be good for a couple weeks. So give that a shot. Click continue. Oh, looks like he hadn't set it up yet, so this should be good to go by the time you see this. So anyway, I'm just gonna go with it. Hit continue. All right, $54. That's without the discount, obviously, for 1 year. All right, we'll go with it. I'm not gonna let you see this stuff, so stand by. Okay, so I got all that filled out. Gonna hit place order. Good deal, success. Okay, so here's where you decide. All right, if this is a Windows computer, I'm gonna hit that. I'm on a Mac, so I'm gonna hit download for Mac. So like I say, this is Firefox. Yours may look a little different. You'll have to choose either save file or run. I'm gonna hit save file. It's downloading it here. Alright, so it finished downloading. It took about a minute, maybe 45 seconds. So I'm gonna go over here to the downloads folder on my little desktop, or the sidebar here. It says Mozy. I'm just gonna run that. If you're on a PC, you'll just have to double click it from whatever folder it stored it on, or the desktop, or wherever. Okay, so once I double clicked on that little thing it downloaded, now I get to choose Mozy Home Installer. Like I say, for Windows it's going to be a little different, but it's the same basic idea. Continue. Okay, so continue, pretend to read it, continue, agree. Alright, this will take up 61 megabytes on my computer, no big deal. Hit install. Alright, my computer wants to make sure I have permission to do that, so there we go. Just kind of letting it do its thing here for a second. Alright, so it's installed. Now we're going to do the setup assistant. So I'm going to hit continue. Okay. Setup assistant. Alright, so now you enter in the email address and password that you signed up with to begin with. Alright, next. Logging in. Cool. This is like super security, and if you were a part of a corporation or something, they would probably give you your own key. I'm just going to use Mozy Home's key. 448-bit encryption is crazy, like that's super secure. So I'm going to stay with that. Hit next. Alright, no big deal. Hit next. Okay, so these are all the things that it wants to back up. Okay, address book. I don't use Apple Mail anymore, so I don't need that. Bookmarks is good. Desktop is good. Documents folder's good. I don't really use GarageBand. I do use iCal. I definitely want the iTunes stuff. You'll obviously want iTunes. Or you'll more than likely want iTunes if you have Microsoft Office. You know, any of this type of stuff that you use, you'll want that in there. Okay? If there's any particular files and folders that you want, you know, to make sure, you can just check those, like your downloads, for instance. You know, if you want that in there, you do backup downloads. Alright? I'm not sweating that stuff. So, but we should be good with pretty much the defaults except for iTunes. You want that backed up. Alright? So, it's kind of going through its thing. It's scanning the files here. So it's just kind of checking to get a good feel for what all it's going to back up. Okay, so once it finishes searching your computer, it'll figure out how many files it's going to back up. I ended up with over 67,000. That's a lot of files. So anyway, we're pretty much good there. We want to check the preferences though. So if we click on Mozy Home and then Preferences, and on yours it may be a little different. There may be something called Settings, or I'm not really sure what, but just take a look. Alright, so we got our preferences here. What we really want to pay attention to is the scheduling. I'm good with all the defaults under General, but scheduling's where we want to take a look. If this is a laptop, you probably don't have this thing running overnight every night. So if this were a laptop, I would just schedule it for weekly backups. 3:30 a.m. on a Sunday. That's how I have my mom and sister set up. They're good to go there. But since this is a desktop here, it's on all the time, so I'm just going to set it to daily, every 2 days at 3 in the morning, 3:30. That should be good. Let me know if there hadn't been a backup in over a week. This is going to be automatic. I don't want to have to think about this. This needs to just do it without me knowing it. So wait until the computer is less than 60% busy. That's good, whatever that means. Wait until the user is away from the computer for at least 20 minutes. So if I'm not done with the computer by 3 in the morning, then we've got other issues. Minimum number of hours between backups. We're going to go 12 there. That should be good. Alright. Let's see. But once you back everything up for the first time, it really doesn't take long at all. It just backs up the changes from there on out. So it doesn't take long at all. So we'll close that. We'll close this, and it's going to ask if you want to start a backup now. I'm just going to let it wait until 3 in the morning. So I'm going to hit no. So that's it. Your computer's good to go now. So that's how you install Mozy on a Mac. Again, if you want the address, if you go to this bit.ly, then I'll get credit and they'll give me a little bit of a commission. So I'd love for you to do that. But otherwise, it's just mozy.com. There's my email. So holler at me if you have any questions. Thanks.